I know that I can improve when I start leveling out my financing. And I know where I'm at with the the social media thing, and I never have in my life gone the routes that people think they have to go. Like, if I ever sold something to you over PayPal or Cash App, I would never say that I actually sold something. You shouldn't say that you bought anything too. You should just say it's a gift. Because when you receive gifts, cash wise, you don't have to claim it on taxes. So you should stop filing taxes. First of all, you don't even know that it's illegal. I mean, I don't know whose money is it. You know what I mean? Whose money do you want it to be? There's something that says you're playing my game and that's my stuff, and you can't do much with it unless I take a little about out of whatever activity. It's like whatever. I'm not saying that there shouldn't be something that we feed like a bucket and it just starts filling up and then people can take out of it that helps the people with something, right? Isn't that what tax is supposed to be? I mean, they say, well, you don't want to pay taxes because now, why do you think the roads, how are they going to get fixed? It's like, you know what? They're not even asking us what material we would like to use. If in fact that's what we're doing, we're building this shit, and they're just saying, you're ungrateful. Yeah, we're ungrateful because you keep poisoning us. Can you not use the black asphalt anymore? Anyway, that's like Shauna. Don't you see it's way too late? There was Jesus Christ 2,000 years ago that said, fucking do not try to make sense out of this. Fucking go to me and you'll be saved. No, I'm here trying to. Now I'm going to say, and don't you think that I deserve a break? I don't need to explain myself here if, not if, see, not if love is in the room. A love doesn't need an explanation in order to do the right thing. Say, like, if it's a good gardener, they just start watering things. Right? They start doing the right kind of nourishment that starts bringing up what's there. See, I had my 50th birthday, and it almost felt like just a little bit, but not much because I did have some potatoes and stuff. But it's like, you know what? I can't even afford to be here, so why should I persist? It's like, and it's like, well, what do you mean? Well, I can't seem to get anything into me because nothing out there says that I'm worth a damn. Right? And I don't believe that, really. No, I think I know where I am, and a lot of humanity are here. They're up in the air. They're like, well, what are we supposed to do based on what is making valuable? Really. If we look at money alone, and we all know the narcissist that just chases money alone. They don't do a creative life. They're doing points and rewards based in the system who says, yeah, come with us, and shut out your own intelligence, basically just destroy your body, right? Either way, your body is going to deteriorate, but what did you sacrifice it over? Christ? Is that a good kind of way to say it? Sure, yeah, whatever. Haven't heard from her in a while, have we? See, I'm not a panhandler. I'm not a beggar. I'm not a con artist. I don't want it to be that, like, people give me a lot, like one person giving me $100 or two people giving me $100, and then doesn't that kind of, I'm sorry, but I'm not a millionaire and I know you're not, and it kind of burns a little bit. Well, let's stop that. Stop it. See, here's how we're supposed to work it. I'm going to keep coming up with this, and somebody's going to take it, and let's make it work for us. Don't make it to where none of the current comes to us. It can totally flatten out and level out. And the people around me in my community here who are chugging away for that dirty cash, right? It's the Dino cash, really. I was worried about it. Oh, I'm never going to see cash again. No. Ah, you do see cash, though. You do. I went and grabbed the money out when I put it in my ATM. It was amazing. And then I paid, and it's circulating back in. I'm not using completely all electronic. I'm actually making sure I see cash a lot of times. So anyway, that's not the worry, babes. The worry is how are you people gonna organize in a kind of way that is like it's not such a fucking trouble where it's like, well, you have to sign here and document there, and how much were you, and then what happened later? Like, why all the questioning just to get a level here, right? We don't have to do that. You don't have to tell them that you fucking sold anything at all, even though you did. I have some stuff that my life is pretty much over with as far as all the things that, oh man, if I'm not careful. It's like, and even what I was doing since I was the age 3, forget it! My music playing, all that. No, when are we going to fucking put our foot down and say, excuse me, and just be bold and say, you know what? I have herbs that I grew, medicinal herbs, cannabis, and it's heavily seeded this year. It's really good though. The seeds, babes, that's priceless. You need seeds. And so if you're interested, I'll send you some of my seeds. It's just, if you're interested in like my vibration, I've been working on this strain and it's me, and try it. Let's just try it. But see, the thing is, don't expect anything. Just do the exchange. Really, the person needed the money. Let the seeds be a little souvenir. I don't know, whatever. Just throw it in the toilet. Say, at least they got the money. I don't know. People. You don't need to create a hoop jumping fucking society if it's like, okay, what if with ease I tell stories and I do soothsaying and it starts to attract attention, which it's not a what if, it does. In one night, I remember it was a long time ago, I was feeling a lot better. And when you're feeling good and you're able to do what you want to do with joy, people pick that up and they feel the joy too, and they're like, ah, and then they friend you, and those are my friends. The ones that say, fuck man, that was an amazing article, or you made me feel, and I thought it was going this way, but it went that way, and that was amazing. And it's like, really? How amazing was it? Can you buy me a coffee? Of course you can. If 80 people bought me a $2.50 coffee, oh my God. The stress that I'm putting myself through right now because I have a $133 electric bill. I don't mind saying this either. Tell people exactly what you need. And I have an $88, well, I have my communications bill, right? It's just ongoing, ongoing. It shouldn't be hidden that maybe we can just ease each other up of the worry and then get back to, see, a lot of people are like, what, you want your quiet life? You want peace? You want to be able to meditate and download things and keep as a content creator and do your iChannel? Well, I think I'm not looking for you. Get out of here. Go and watch a football game. Hi, can you hear me? Who's there? Babe, I'm sorry. I know that there's a lot of sick people. There's literally people doing chronic disease. And I could tell you that there's instant healing available for you. You have to be willing to surrender something though, like say, you have to be able to look into your pain and just sit with it. You need to embrace, see, I don't know see, I am not that bad off, but I'm experiencing pain every day, and it's spiritual. Your diseases, down to the slightest head cold, is because your immune system went down low. You need a transformation of some sort. It's a very spiritual thing to have gotten sick. That's why kids do it a lot. It's because they need transformation. People don't know this, but the reason why it's called influenza for a reason. This piece of information is worth $10. I'm not making this up. Influenza is a Chinese word called the influence. If you're letting other minds influence you enough, God says take a break and makes us sick. And it's weird. See, if you've ever paid attention, I did, when you're sick, when you're a kid, if your mom does it right, she isolates you. She doesn't want you to go out and make other people sick. She knows how to get sick. Most good mothers know how to be sick and then make themselves well. You isolate, you feed a cold, starve a fever, and then, but do you ever notice how much stronger and different you turned out to be when you finally wake up and say, you know what? I don't feel like I have this fucking thing anymore. But now, and it's weird. It's like you go and you do have your friends. You go back out and see, and it's like it's not quite the same. It's like you graduated a little bit. Yes, that's what's happening. Sorry, you were not paying attention. If you're watching this, please decide to turn yourselves on and expand your awareness more. I don't know how to do that for you, except for there's breathing techniques. I say, it's weird, it's to do this. Stress yourself out. Go for a hike like you never, like, don't, I'm not saying to cause you pain or anything, but just go outside of your comfort zone. That's why they tell people, go and help people. If you're miserable, if you think you're just not doing well, and it's like, yeah, I would love to be called upon. In my community, I would love to get a job that I can just make a little cash with, and they look at me and they go, see you tomorrow, all right, or see you in a couple days, and I appreciate you're here. I would love that. Um, I don't know how. See, and this is the story of my life, and I see. When I was 16, I got my first job here. It was by word of mouth, and I did nothing but really good. It was just within a year, I was in the energetic position of supervisor. They just it needed to be that they needed somebody to hold the walkie-talkie and have the keys and drive. They needed this person to be able to be there, and I was there, who would catch on, and see, I was so, but I didn't even have a license, and there I am driving. And but anyways, what I'm saying is that I excel. When you hire me, when they hire me up here, see, like, I was thinking about going to get a job at a bar, the new bar. They wanted people to hire, and it's like, you know what? They would like to see me dressed up in a certain way, I'm sure. See, I worked for, and thanks for listening to this. I don't like boasting or talking or anything, but I'm just trying to let people know it's like I've had a life of working already, and when I was hired at the gourmet restaurant, of course, you start as the dishwasher, right? And then you go to prep. But I was like dishwasher, prep, cook, on the floor, and now you're making tips because you were just being a host. And that's just the way I am. I went and it was 12 years working at a clay shop. And by the time, it's a place that made wind chimes. Well, I did everything on the floor. Besides for running the invoices and stuff, I did every single bit of the running the business except for doing the invoices and making sure the orders went in and out. I prepared it all. It's like I moved into the position of the owner came up to me. She was selling it, and she said, "You know what? This was me when I started working the business here. Is what you're doing is I did everything just like you." And they were basically kind of saying, "Well, why don't you just buy the business?" I'm like, "Well, why don't you get out of my face?" I don't know. But no, what I'm trying to say is like I'm not an invalid person. I'm not somebody who's ditching work either. It's been by word of mouth that I got all of those jobs. One job I did put a resume in, and I got it. This is what happened though. I had a boyfriend at the time. It was just at the time, that was a necessity boyfriend or something. It was like he was, I don't know, it was terrible, but he told me, he said, no, go to the gastronome right now. They're hiring. You should go there, Shauna. And it's just because I can see that he totally knew I can do it. And I was like, oh yeah, all right. And I took his steam with my steam. I know it sounds pathetic, but I am a pathetic Libra. We can be that way. We can be people that need another reflection. We're pathetic that way, and I don't think it's that bad, really. I think that's like, of course we're affecting each other. We're the ones, though, that will throw ourselves under the bus and then check and see who either comes and pulls us out and says, no, 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 actually, no, because look, no, you've done this for us and you've done this, and we love you. But then, no, what do we get? A lot of times, really, it's been more often than not. They're like, yeah, and by the way, and then they just like, here, shove you underneath, and one more, and I you just run it up a little bit. And it's like, whoa, I didn't expect that. I was just actually halfway kidding. Could you not mirror us so much and be stupid fools the same as us, just being mirrors? Don't even have a fucking a hero in there that says, no, actually, to the contrary, and would you stop treating yourself that way? That's an Aries. See, Aries is the one who says, no, you can, and you can do this too. Come on, you can do it. They get on your level and say, come on. And they look at you and they say, see, you did it. Anyway, I'm a motivational speaker. I feel really good when I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. You feel really good when you're doing what you're supposed to do. There's a whole population out there that's like, huh? What is feeling good? See, you're mixed up. You think that, I don't know, never mind. I don't want to. See, we are getting so tired of trying to heal the situation. We are exhausted. Now, can we find some relief? And I say, hell yeah. Why isn't this happening? If I can remain, see, please help me pay a couple bills here, because what I'm going to be downloaded next is going to be, see, I'm able to see patterning. And I'm looking at, see, I have a lot of people I watch here. They're metaphysical people. I like to watch everybody. I like to trip out. I'm like, okay, so this person has a channel. What are they doing? And there's a lot of tarot readers. There's a lot of astrological readers, and they have a lot of followers, right? They have a lot of likes. Now, what they're doing is failing their organism. They need to find out which team are they on. See, the problem I have is weird, is because you can, oh man, I don't like to be biased. I'm getting a hot flash right now whenever I think about this. It's weird. We're having an eclipse with the men and women vibration. I'm glad about these hot flashes, because I'm like, this winter, I'm like, fuck this wood stove. What, are you cold, cat? Sorry, I'm not. Now I'm going to get 1,600 different likes, right? No, because my content isn't at all catering to people that need a feed of the lower vibrational frequency, especially that lower vibrational unconscious sex-having fucking population. You people need to be pulled up and understand that's a sacred ground. You are a sacred ground, and stop running through life like that. From cradle to grave, really, and then, but see, was I talking about something here? I want to be able to support myself through I want to be able to feel a little bit of relief, at least for the next, until, how about this, until Pluto gets back into Capricorn. See, I am doing such a terrible job. But when it stops fucking with us, the control system, the people that are lighting up right now, and they don't know they're doing it. They don't know that see, if they're unconscious, they don't know that they operate predatorially. Until you become consciously aware, until you become enlightened into being a human being, you will continue to operate on a basic mechanism that, say, toddlers or any other predatory animal is very much like it. It's like a desperate animal that's shivering, and it's like this. It's like, if it sees an open door, it's just going to bolt, right? It's going to take an opportunity. It's just not going to think, and that's, it could be. See, in a human being, if fucking A, see, you're attacking people, getting a feed that way. If you want a human relationship, but you're actually not human yet, and you're just acting predatorily, you're going to see that there's a human being there. And they are very talented. We are very full of we're coming from the inside out, and we're giving. We are giving. We are just pouring, and we do need. See, with the money system, we all, just like you do, we need to pay our bills, but we are not interested in money making. We're more interested in our creative lives. I'm just letting you in on what it is to be a human being. What the church has killed off and didn't like, standing up and saying, excuse me, but we can do this so much more easier. First of all, cut back on all the zombies that are, like, who is having all the zombies just go on? I think that's where women stopped practicing, not only practicing making the place of sex safe, but they were disallowed to make their own methods of birth control. That's where we get back to, I know I talk about this a lot, but it's not, people are going to forget about this. It's history. That they set out to do witch hunts. Witch hunts. They killed all of the women who were practicing safe birth control remedies in their kitchen. They were threatening the church at the time. I think it was 600 or 800 years ago, because it was an attention thing, as usual. If you can attract attention more, and the lovemaking thing and having sex and reproducing through lovemaking, instead of being like, see, they would kill all the women who weren't aware of just, no, we're here to have a good time, and if you can't do that, then I'm not going to even have your children, especially. No way, no way. See, if he's incapable of learning the complexity of her body, it's just, that's the way it is. See, because it's in case, see, God made her a little bit more complicating in case a humane civilization was to emerge out of her ability to do quality control. Now, babes, please, I am putting myself on the line. I don't think this information is coming out anywhere else. Not really, but you can find it, but it's being hidden. Now, if Barbie doll over here in the West, who doesn't make any money and nobody cares if it's alive or not, can say this and influence and come up with it, really, I'm not just making this up. I'm not a biased person either. We get so far in our lives, we're a generation, and now why can't this generate into something that will work for us? Because somebody doesn't like this idea. See, check this out. It's like this. Well, there are men and women here, and out of the two, one of them has children. Women do, not men. Oh, I'm sorry. Do I need to reword it? She is the one who has children come through her. Men don't. There. But you can say it like that. You can say it loosely. Well, women have children here. Men don't. And is somebody going to get really upset about that? Or see, because I am not saying it to hold it over their head or something and saying, and you can't, you're inferior, but it's like, no, but see, if you cannot acknowledge her position, it is very powerful. Is there a stigma out there where people are jealous of this fucking shit? And if so, if she gave birth to that, is she paying for something that's coming back to her that she failed to do? I say yes. It's fucking tedious, and I don't think you can allow one single fucking mistake. It's like right now, you cannot jump from one timeline to the other. You might have been able to before, but now it's like you either choose love, you choose the heart, you choose the empath's way, which is very complicating. It's ongoing. We are now uncovering the ancient wisdom that comes from embracing the truth and getting more and more like, whew, it gets beyond Mother Nature. We don't even care about that. We are now in the power of the true power of what it is to being a human being, which it spans across the entire universe, because the universe is human. What part of one in the statement, we are one with the universe, do you not understand? Well, I don't know why it's designed that way here. I don't know why. I think there's a profound reason why, that it's really hard to graduate into the university of the truth, where you too can become a creator. You too can become a creator of worlds. Sorry, I won't end it here, but I'm doing what I think I'm supposed to be doing, and I think it's going to work for me eventually. But it's like I need a patch job before my patch job. This is just a patch job. I'm not going to. I know about the eggs in one basket thing, and babe, I am just one egg in one basket here, and it's just like if you overlook it, it's like, oh, that's too bad. It shouldn't be that this can't work for me. See, this is where I want you to know that I'm going to come up with the patterning that's going to work, and I'm going to start doing the work that it takes. I'm going to start communicating, because I know how to communicate pretty good, and I can reel people in. See, this needs to happen. I will be convincing. Every single one that I see that interests me or something, it's everywhere. And I'm not doing my job, but I need to do it. You type in on them and say, look, this is the way you work this thing. Stop being so greedy. You know what? There needs to be regrouping happening. Nobody should think that they own anything but their behaviors like this, that we water each other when we take care, and then the whole earth can be ours. I skipped over a lot of details about how does that happen, Shauna? Babes, if there is a content creator, and there are many, that get like 175 to 500 likes and they have 90,000 subscribers, they should be playing this game like this. Hi, it's now time to give me $1 because you know how it is. We have to water each other, and they only take out what they need. See, this is where it's up to each individual to stop living in the fucking state of narcissism that says, well, I can never get enough. And tomorrow, what am I going to do? And it's like, no, you're here. Nothing falls up. Do you have food in your refrigerator? Babe. That's a lot of money, and you can't make that work. You can't. You think you need $90,000 a month? You're too fucking wrapped up in something. See, the reason, now I'm about to expose a lot. I hope it doesn't cut out, but we have plenty of time, right? I know, you can see the language that comes up. The reason why there's so much disease and illness is because people are not practicing the right lifestyle, and money allows them to do that. Now, if they would stop allowing money to do that for them and make it work in a different way, and this is the way you work it in a different way, you just say, you know what, I can get money from many different places where it would not hurt them at all, right? It hurts people to give away $50 to $100, but $1 it doesn't. And it's certainly not feeling pain when somebody receives it 90,000 times, or at least 500 times. See, when people start thinking about this and getting it in their minds, they'll say, no, make it $20. Now, do 500 times 20. I'm sorry I sound so stupid like this, but what the fuck is wrong with you people? I'm sorry, what's wrong with narcissists who don't really think any farther than what they are being told and how to operate, and it's all very weaponized and fucking designed to fucking cut back the potential of there being a human population here. This is the truth. Have a nice day.